Okay, we're going to talk about the relationship between a function and its cofunction now. So we're starting off with a right triangle. We see that the angles are labeled with capital letters, and the sides are lowercase level letters across from the angle. Okay, and we can remember our mnemonic, SOHCAHTOA. Okay, if you need help with the figuring out the functions from the angles. So we've got sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. Now instead of looking at this from a central angle, now we're looking at it on a triangle where we can look from any point of view. We can look from A's point of view or B's point of view. So we have that sine of A would be equal to A over C, and that's also the same as cosine of B would be A over C. So we have sine of A equals cosine of B. Okay, and then we can go through and see the rest of these. Tangent of A would be cotangent of B, and cosecant would be secant, and vice versa. Okay, and then we can also rewrite them again this way. Okay, so sine of A is equal to cosine of B, but that's not all. We're in a triangle. Triangle is a total of 180 degrees. We're in a right triangle, which means that A and B would have to add up to 90. Okay, these would have to be 90 plus 90 would be 180. So we have that A plus B has to be equal to 90. So you can either say that A is 90 minus B, or B is 90 minus A, same thing. And that means that we can rewrite all of these as well. So sine of A is the same as cosine of B, and we can rewrite B as 90 minus A. So sine of A is equal to cosine of 90 minus A. And tangent of A is equal to cotangent of 90 minus A. And cosecant of A is equal to secant of 90 minus A, and vice versa for all of these. So let's say we want to rewrite, let's say sine of 47 degrees in terms of its cofunction. Its cofunction. Okay, so we want to rewrite sine of 47 in terms of its cofunction. So we say, okay, sine of 47 is equal to cosine of 90 minus 47. Okay, that's what this is saying over here. And that means that we're equal to cosine of 43. Okay, with or without the parentheses, either way is fine. So sine of 47 is equal to cosine of 43. So we can switch between functions now with this relationship. So let's say that we have, looking for one that we didn't do in class. Let's say that we have tangent of pi over 8. Tangent of pi over 8. So its cofunction would be cotangent. And here we did it in terms of degrees, but of course 90 is the same as pi over 2. So if we're in radians, we would do pi over 2 minus pi over 8. And of course we need to get a common denominator here. Oops, not cosine, cotangent. So that's going to be 4 pi over 8 minus pi over 8. And we get that this is equal to cotangent of 3 pi over 8. Okay, so we can rewrite tangent as cotangent. And we could also do, let's say we've got cosine of 2 pi over 7. And we want to rewrite that in terms of its cofunction, so its cofunction is sine. So we do sine of pi over 2 minus 2 pi over 7. We need to get a common denominator again. So multiply by 7 over 7. We would have 7 pi over 4. Sorry, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, I'm sorry, I do need to get a common denominator of 14. Okay, so 7 pi over 14 minus 4 pi over 14. And that would give us sine of 3 pi over 14. And that's not going to reduce. Okay, so there's rewriting cosine as its cofunction.